What up, what up, what up? We are live, man. We are live. Episode 82 of the Sip Smoking Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Eddie Guns. Guns. That's guns with that hard S. That hard S. Like a lot of folks hit that hard ER. That's guns with a hard S. Papa Smurf Dog. Whatever you want to call me, just spell my name right. Yo. Episode 82. We're going to bring in the usual suspects. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on?
We are live. We are live.
Yeah, we are live, man. We are live. We are live. Let's do this. Boom. I own the rights to that music that's playing right there, but other than that, we don't own the rights to any other music, videos, or stats on this podcast. We just some old Army war vets talking about sports and keeping the hood professional. And if y'all don't like that, man, gee, what can they do?
Get off our nutsacks.
That's right. Hey, but we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Episode 82 of the Sip Smoking Sports Podcast. Yo, let's do this real quick. Also, to those who ain't here, to those who are still here, to everybody that's solid with you, man, hey, we give it up to y'all. For sure. All right, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's get this started. We're going to go on and kick this off real quick. Pep, I know you didn't watch the game, but we're going to start with that right there. She murdered Tennessee. Murdered them.
I saw the highlights.
Murdered them.
Man, the highlights don't give it justice.
They don't give it justice.
No, but I saw enough to know what happened.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah. Hey, the business. It was a good game though for 3 quarters. It was a good game, and then
It was.
Like I say, man, South Carolina's size, they just start to impose their will on teams, man. They just impose their will, man.
You can't stop scoring against them.
Exactly.
You can't.
And
You
they
can't.
went-
It's not you
3-4
can't stop
minute lull.
scoring. It's you
Well,
can't
no,
miss.
It's part of that because they went on Tennessee went on a 4.5 minute drought in the third quarter.
That hurt them.
You can't do that, man.
That was after
can't
they
do
tied
that.
the game up too.
Yeah,
Because the
yeah,
game
you
was tied
can't-
at
and
50, and
you
that hurt them.
Can't do that, man. You know they did a little thing with Holly Rowe, man, where they went player for player, and they all named off their size for South Carolina's players, man. And the first
will
girl
say
went
this,
5'8", and the second girl went 5'9", and then after that it went 6 feet, 6'1", 6'2", 6'2", 6'3", 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", 6'7", and I'm like, damn.
And you can't teach 6'7".
You can't teach none of that, man.
You can't teach none of that.
Bruh, Cordosa.
Yeah.
No.
Every time she comes in, she changes the game, man.
She know her job.
Yeah. If there was a 6th woman of the year award,
Should be her.
she wins it, man. Every time she comes in the game, it changes, man.
Bruh,
The
she
whole
ain't had
flow of
this-
the game.
She won it. She won it for the SEC.
Yeah.
She didn't have not zero. She had 0 points in the first half, and finished that game with 17. And I'm sitting there because for a while, South Carolina got away from themselves, and I could see it on Dawn Staley's face when they would show her. She's pissed because they going away from what they should be doing, what they usually do to dominate teams. And then all of a sudden, here comes Cordosa. And all she did was she had set a pick at that 3-point line and go right down there on the block, find her spot. And once she got there, I was on the phone with my daughter, and my daughter was like, box her out. I said, baby, you can't box out 6'7".
It's hard, man.
Not
it's
when
hard
you
to
6'4".
do.
Not
It's
when
hard
you
to do without getting a
6'4".
foul.
And Cordosa, she ain't no 6'7" slimmy.
Yeah.
She healthy. She healthy.
See, they got a freshman there. All she do is dunk.
At South Carolina?
Mm-hmm.
Lord, I ain't seen that one yet.
Yeah. Every time she get a break.
I mean, it was a couple of times, it was a couple of times I was getting mad because they was throwing the ball away. They was just making like every time old girl 15 would come down the court, she had a fast break. If it's 3-on-2, that's 3-man weave.
That's a me here, but she be trying to go dunk, man.
Yeah.
And I sent y'all the video of her dunking, right? And how easy that was. Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
No, not her.
Oh, that ain't
not her.
What
not her.
Me here?
No. She's 15. I know that. I'm talking about.
Yeah, she's a senior.
They have a freshman.
Right.
She don't play a lot. Yeah. But when she do play, well, let me.
Are you talking about 23?
She does play. Nah, man. I think she wears 5 or something like that.
Okay.
One of them long, dark-skinned girls sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
Every time she played a lot because they blew a lot of teams out. She got about 4 dunks this year, and she was about to fight.
What's good, big bro?
Because
a girl tried to take out the air.
Yeah.
See, we would be fighting over that one.
So, here's what makes South Carolina so hard, man. When they go high-low, especially when they bring Cordosa in, and they bring Boston to the top, and they go high-low, and then they got Cook on the wing on that same side where the high-low is happening. And so she can't sink off to go help Cordosa. So it's just Cordosa and whoever's guarding her, no matter how tall they are down there. And then when Bree Bill is hitting shots, it's hard. And then when they point guard 41 is hitting shots, it's hard.
And Bree
triangle with them three. That when that triangle with them 3, man, and it's tough to deal with.
And Bree Bill really ain't that offense. She's not the offensive.
She's not.
type.
But when they leave open,
defense,
she'll shoot it.
She can take you to the hole, and she will shoot that joint. She will light it up.
Oh, they getting one. Oh my God!
And see,
South Carolina.
Yes, this little girl from South Carolina. Right there from around Columbia, Malaysia, Fuweli or something like that.
Is that the girl? Is that the girl? She's like 6'1", 6'2", and she bounced off. Off the dribble, off 2 feet, rose up and dunked on the girl on like she was a dude.
No, that wasn't her.
When I say she dunked, she had this above the rim.
They took her in the playoffs when she did it. In South Carolina, the team took her out intentionally.
Wow.
They took her out intentionally, and they lost. That of course they lost, but they took her out intentionally in like the second quarter. As soon as they got the opportunity,
they hurt her.
That girl can go.
As a parent, and I can tell you do that shit intentionally. It's a problem after the game. It might be a problem during the game because I might come across that flow during the game.
Yeah,
man.
I can't wait to see what Don Staley do with her.
Because my wife showed me. She showed me the video. She was like, "Babe, what is this?" And she was like, "Was that a boy?" I said, "No, that was a little girl." And she was like, "She just jumped like she was a grown man." I said, "Yeah, life is different these days. These kids is growing up. Ooh.
Yeah,
it ain't different, man. We just get to see it all now.
Yeah, we just get to see it all now.
See it all.
So that was, they hung in there for 3 quarters, man. But South Carolina size, man, just.
And see, South Carolina did exactly what LSU did to them. It's just LSU got beside themselves and they started turning that ball over, and they couldn't. Once they started turning the ball over, they couldn't stop, and they kept turning it over. In Tennessee, what's the little girl named Hurston
Jackson? Oh yeah, Horston.
Hurston. Oh, once she gets started, it's a wrap. Her and Zaya Cook
Jackson.
Rakia Jackson.
But her and Jackson. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But the crazy part is Tennessee was missing like their biggest player.
Mm-hmm.
Key, I think is her last name.
She's sitting on.
She's like 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah.
And she a big old girl too. So that's the only one.
She out for the season?
Yeah, she's done for the season.
Okay. Okay. But hey, man, I see Tennessee in the tournament. I don't see them a 3 seed. Maybe a 4, maybe a 5. But hey, they're gonna give some people some problems if they keep playing like they played today and
I
like
think
they
they'll be a
played
4 or 5.
yesterday.
I think they'll be a 4 or 5 just off of how they did LSU, because we know LSU's gonna be a 1 seed. You don't think so?
They'll be.
I think they'll be a 2.
I give them a 2, and they'll probably be the first 2 seed to lose. They streaky, man. They
I think
streaky.
LSU going. I think the 4-1 seeds is going to be Iowa, South Carolina, LSU, and then maybe Stanford or
Stanford.
UConn. Either Stanford or UConn.
Nah,
it's going to be a number
it's
one.
gonna be Stanford.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I
don't even know if the committee still respect UConn like that to just give them a 2. Because I don't think they're a 2 seed.
Don't nobody fear them no more, man. Even with Paige Beckers on the court, I don't think. You know why? Because they fear South Carolina now. all them kids that Gino was getting, they going to South Carolina now, man. They don't
that's why
UConn
that's why he was in his feelings talking about South Carolina.
That's why he's in his feelings now.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly
but
why.
Like I said, Gino always been like that. He was like that with Pat Summitt. He was like that.
Exactly. He was.
What's her name? The Stanford Tar Vanderveer. He was like that with her. Yeah. He was like that with the old girl from she used to coach Notre Dame. She retired. He was like that with
Buffett.
Yeah,
Buffett.
he was like that with Kim Mulkey for a little bit.
Yeah,
like when teams start to get the better. Yeah, when they start to get the better of him,
day. Yeah,
then it's a problem with every other school. Except like, dog, just take it. Just take it. When nobody complaining, it. When y'all was out there scraping everybody.
Yeah.
So now it's your turn to get scraped.
Muffet McGraw.
Take it. Yeah, Muffet McGraw.
When they was giving daggone UConn the national championship at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. When they was going undefeated.
Knowing they was going to win it. Yeah, exactly. But Dawn Staley is like she would probably be the best she would be the best person to teach your kids how to play ball because of as a female, she's achieved it all.
Yeah.
She starred at every level. Even when she was at Dobbins in Philly, she starred at every level. So, I mean,
that's why I said
what's Gino Auriemma? What's his other than coaching? What has he done?
That's it. I mean, just 11 national championships. It's still 11, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot, man. That's John Wooden. And maybe that's his issue because he ain't passed John Wooden.
You don't need to see.
Because I think John Wooden had 11, right?
None of your business.
I think so.
Maybe that's what he wants. Hey, it's gonna be hard for him to get now. But that's gonna be hard for him.
Don't be waving at her.
South Carolina there. Hey, Dawn Staley hey man, she working with a killer.
My sister-in-law graduated from South Carolina. I think it was 07, 08 when they first hired Dawn Staley.
Yeah.
And they had like her big pictures of her everywhere in the Coliseum. And I was telling her, I give her 5 years. South Carolina will be gonna turn this program around, and it's gonna be the best program in the nation.
Yeah. The power went out the other day and it came back on.
She was doing it at Temple.
Yep.
I'm not sure.
And while she was coaching Temple, while
I don't know, you have to ask your mother. But this is my first time upstairs all weekend.
But Zaya Cook, hey man, she, her and I think the girl Hurston or whoever they've known each other since the 6th grade, man.
Yeah, that's
she
why I
really
wasn't
trying to let old girl beat her. You know,
They best
she
friends.
came out.
Why?
Yeah, she came out on a mission, man.
But you're supposed to do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're supposed to do that. Like if I ever played against my best friend in college, man, I know your whole game. You think I'm gonna let you do something on me? You
Yeah.
must be out your mind.
But Horston wasn't guarding Cook. Cook was guarding Horston.
Uh-huh.
I would do that too.
Yeah, Horston wouldn't guard her.
No, I'll guard my best friend.
You should,
I'll guard
because
him.
you
You
know
gotta
his
guard me.
game, and you can sit there and talk to him like, dude, that move you thinking of right now is not gonna work, because I know you trying to hit me with a double and then come between your legs, or nah, that shit ain't working, B. Not today. Get that ball up.
I'll be telling
And
you,
if
I
I'm
think
sitting on
something
the
else to
bench
do
and
right
he
now.
on the court, I'm like, yo, he finna go left. He finna hit you with a hezzy and go left. Stick with it.
All right, Pep, I'm gonna let you start on this one, man.
I'm gonna just start off by saying this didn't come from me.
What's going on, Keith?
This came from I heard Steven Jackson talk about this.
Uh-huh.
So Donovan got tested.
Yeah.
Dame got tested, and then Michael Carter Williams. Michael Carter Williams. They was waiting for him outside of his house.
Michael Carter Williams?
Michael Carter Williams.
Light-skinned Michael Carter Williams?
Have you seen Michael Carter Williams lately?
He
done put on about 30 pounds.
Yeah,
so
I ain't paying no attention to it, really. Who he played
big
for now?
I think Orlando signed him again.
Orlando?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't. If I watch Orlando, it's for
No. Orlando. It's Orlando.
Is it Charlotte?
I said Charlotte because I just watched them. No, it's Orlando.
Okay.
I think I said Charlotte too, but he put up a picture of himself while he was working out at his house. Like,
and they drug tested.
He ain't been in the league. Yeah, he ain't been in the league in what, 2, 3, 4 years,
something like that. Yeah.
What you think he out here doing? Because I don't know if steroids gonna make your jump shot better.
For real.
So
yeah, he in Orlando.
Yeah, but Jokic should have a big game. It's just a big game. Luka has a 60-20-10 triple-double. Mm-hmm. It's just a good game by Luka. No drug test. Why not?
That's a good question, man.
So
that's a real good question.
Yeah. Yeah, Marquise. I heard Steven Jackson talking about that. That's why I want to bring that up. That's some foolishness.
I look at, and that's not Adam Silver doing that, man. It can't be him. That's whoever the league president is that's doing that.
Nah. Dude.
Whoever that is. And I don't know who that is.
For the players?
Yeah, who's
no, it's CJ McCullough. It's CJ McCullough.
So Adam, I know CJ ain't doing that.
No.
So you think it's Adam Silver? Like, hey, Donovan Mitchell needs to be drug tested?
I don't know who is doing it, but I could guarantee you it ain't CJ McCullough.
I don't believe that Silver he signs off on that. I don't believe that.
He has to.
I don't believe it because he can't be in all them places at the same time.
No.
I can't.
It's not him that's there.
So here's what I would take it more as the owners signing off on it than Adam Silver, because Adam Silver is Adam Silver, if he's accepting all of this traveling and all of this double step back shit and all of this players wanting to force themselves out of cities to be traded, I don't see why he would be drug testing these cats. I can't see him signing off on something like that. He's for the players because he's the mediator between the players and the owners. I don't know, man. I can't see him. I can see the owners doing it. But I see Silver sit back like, okay, if that's what y'all want to do, maybe the owners are talking to CJ McCollum, and he like, okay, fine, I'll drug test him. So I just can't see Adam Silver getting in something like that. I can't hear you. Hold up. You muted.
Yeah,
okay.
I can't see the owners doing that.
I can.
I can't.
Maybe not the owner of the team. Maybe not the owner of the team or the player that scored the 60 or whatever. But the other 29 owners, hell yeah. I want that motherfucker drug tested.
But they don't.
You know why?
They don't test for THC no more.
Of course not.
But they test for
steroids.
HGH.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, why would you? To me, it's all like it's all common sense.
David Stern, Keith.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, G.
If a player like Dame, who can really shoot, if he gets hot, that's what can happen.
I know. So look, if it's Adam Silver, do you know how racist that comes across, man? That's why I don't think he does that. No, that's why, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think he would want to be labeled that. No, I can't see him participating in that.
He wants to be known as the.
We know most of the owners are probably racist. We know that for a fact.
Adam Silver wants to be known as the commissioner that brought in inclusion in the NBA.
Exactly, and that's why I can't see him getting involved in them drug testing. I just can't see.
Keith, he may be, but he'll never show
maybe
that.
He is, Keith, but he'll never show it. He can't show it because they'll run him out of the league. He won't have a job no more.
Yeah, the feds will step in and move him and remove him
in a heartbeat, man. Hell, a lot of the owners would do it.
Well,
so they won't come across as racist.
I was about to say so that they can cover up their own shit.
Yeah, that protects them. Yeah,
they would have to, because remember, he made Donald Sterling sell his team.
Absolutely, and the other cat from Phoenix too.
Well, that's because you own the team, but the league owns the name.
Right.
I got that, but I won't even say that because people are hypocritical like that. You would make somebody sell their team because they are racist when you're racist just like them. But
for that dude, for the Clippers dude, it wouldn't have been a big issue if it wasn't caught on tape. Because then it's he say, she say. But if old girl wouldn't have caught him, wouldn't have recorded his racist rant,
we'd have never known. Yeah,
we'd have never known about it. And when she said something about it, it would have been broke chick against rich man. His word against her word. And since she wasn't sexually assaulted, well, nobody gave a fuck.
So let's move to this. Since we talking about this, let's move to this real quick. Good. What's up, BA? Let's move to this. Since we talking about Pep, go.
I don't agree with that, but I know two of them, Nash and Dirk. There were other people that had better seasons than them.
Shaq Freckles said on national TV that Steve Nash took his MVPs.
But Tracy McGrady says it. The same thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kobe
I
could
say
say
it about Jokic.
Kobe could say the same thing about Steve Nash. Tim Duncan could say the same thing about Steve Nash because they had better seasons.
Oh yeah, of course.
Statistically, the thing that helped Nash win them is Phoenix had the best record in the league. Same with Kobe. They won 67 games. He got MVP, and then Golden State bumped them right on out the playoffs in the first round.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, I mean, a lot of years you always say somebody else should have won it, but last year I don't think Jokic should have won it. I think MVP should have won it.
Yeah,
MVP should have clearly won it because what was Philly was the third or fourth seed last season?
No,
in the playoffs they was they were like the third or fourth seed last season in the playoffs. Denver was six. Denver was six. Embiid led the league in scoring. He was top 10 in rebounding. He damn near led Philly in everything almost. But
his same exact stats this year is what he damn near had last year.
But they gave it to Jokic, and he led his team to the 6th seed in the West.
The killer part is they talking about giving it to this man again for a third time.
But this year,
they're trying to get more international players.
I don't disagree.
I don't give a
this season because he is hooping, and they are the number one team in the league. So I think Embiid should have won it last year because he had the better statistical season than both of them, and his team was a higher rated team in the East.
He's got the better stats this season. The only thing is Philly's sitting at 3 and Denver's sitting at 1.
And that'll be the only. Well, that should be the tie. I think that should be the tiebreaker. When it's two players like that, which team has a better record?
I'll put it to you like this. If they're going to give an MVP, statistically, you should be 1 and 2 in every category. Points, rebounds, blocks, steals. I don't give a shit.
I mean, I think Giannis should get
at least top 5 and all.
Yeah, but it's at a point where they're tired of giving it to Giannis.
Right. Or LeBron. Like
they was tired of giving it to LeBron. They was tired of giving it to Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Yeah. I get
because
it.
you can't tell me if I averaged 32 last season and I got MVP, I averaged 32 again this season, I lead the league in scoring. My team has the best record, and I don't win MVP.
I'm all NBA first team. I'm all defensive NBA.
Yeah. It's a point where they don't want to keep giving it to the same person. That's why I don't think Giannis gonna win another.
Yeah,
probably not.
I think they.
But the key word is MVP, most valuable player. So if you're
yeah. Because without Giannis, Milwaukee, they probably the play-in, if that.
And for a lot of his career, it was LeBron.
Right.
You take him off the floor, it's a completely different team. So you can't tell me that he's not the MVP.
Except
just
for
like Jordan,
in
just like Jordan was. No matter how many times they gave it to him 6 times, it's a reason. He was the most valuable player in the world.
Yeah. And most of the years, he was on the NBA all defensive team too. So he was doing it on both ends of the floor.
So let me ask you this. So let me ask you this question, BA. You saying that? So knowing the history of the NBA, do you think Dr. J should be the logo?
I personally,
because when Dr. J, the reason why,
yes,
Dr. J was in the ABA.
Right.
And the NBA was losing money and was about to go under when they went and they signed Julius Erving from the ABA and brought him to the NBA. And nobody was doing what Julius Erving was doing.
Oh, yeah.
So
I personally, okay, I'm gonna give you my answer on that. Sure, he could have been a logo, but I personally think Jordan should be the logo now.
I wouldn't argue with that.
I wouldn't argue with that. I wouldn't argue, but my whole point in saying Julius Erving should be, instead of Jerry West, should be the logo. Because Jerry West was in the NBA before Julius Erving was.
Yes.
And even with the players that you had in the NBA, your business was going under until Julius Erving got there and started selling tickets everywhere. So who should be your logo? So if you was gonna make anybody a logo, it's the mother.
I'm laughing at what Keith said. Yeah.
It's the fish bird. It's the fish that saved the NBA, just like the fish that saved Pittsburgh. But again,
I don't think Jordan would be the logo.
You know, if we're gonna do that, let's just. I'd say Kareem. Put him doing the sky hook. Make that the logo.
Okay.
That or Julius Erving's Statue of Liberty.
Sure.
I can't use it
from the free throw line. When he took off on that free throw line.
Yeah. What's going on, BA? It's good to see you, brother.
What's happening, man?
I see you
working
got the
hard,
in the background. Said I see you
Oh,
got the Mandalorian in the background.
What we got? Let's do this. Let's go. Go ahead, BA. We'll let you lead with this.
Shocked. That shit happened so goddamn quick. I was like, wait a minute. What?
Wait a minute. Are you shocked that he won or shocked that it happened so fast?
I'm shocked it happened so goddamn fast because I had to watch the replay to figure out what the fuck happened. I was in the room. I woke Linda up like, what the fuck just happened, yo?
Right.
In the fuck just happened?
I decided to take me a nap in between the end of the last fight and the walkouts from the John Jones fight.
Yeah.
And when I woke up, the referee was pushing John Jones out the way.
You know what that remind me of? That remind me of me buying my first pay-per-view, a Tyson pay-per-view, and he knocked me
the Buster Douglas?
23 seconds. Yeah.
You talking about Leon? You talking about Michael Spinks? Michael Spinks never made it out of his corner.
I was a goddamn private, and I paid for that fight, and I was mad as hell. 23 seconds.
I wouldn't pay for no Mike Tyson pay-per-views, bro.
I stopped that. I was a rap.
No.
But let me get back to that show. Like I said again, I had to watch the replay to figure out what happened.
Shit. It was about the length of a replay. It was only 2 minutes and 4 seconds.
It had no slow motion for me to figure it out. Super slow.
But remember when I said that's John motherfucking Bones?
Well, we know. I know it. I'm always John Bones, bro.
I was saying that fight wasn't going to, and I said that fight wasn't going to last long.
Yeah.
Because that's John Bones.
I didn't think it was going to, I thought it was going to go at least halfway through number 2.
Thank you.
I know John Jones is he's a starter and he's a finisher.
The only way that would have happened is if that dude ran that whole first round.
I thought that was going to happen.
But I'm just saying.
I thought he was going to do the same shit. Like the fight that pissed me off was the bantamweight fight with the other Jones kid and the dude with all the tattoos on his chest and his neck all the way up on sideburns. Because that Jones normally goes in there and knocks people out. But that fight, he was in there dancing in the ring. And his corner saying, "What are you doing?" You can hear his corner yelling, "Go in."
That ain't happening.
No, but I thought he was going to steal him out.
This fight on this comment, that fight's not going to happen. Him fighting Ngannou.
Francis Ngannou is not going to come back to the UFC.
Dana White said he'll never come back to the UFC.
You know, he might fight him in Victor or something. But
My wife was like, I'm going to bed. You know, I walked in the room after the fight, and I'm like, well, shit, you could have stayed up and watched that if you still up. It was only 2 minutes before the fight.
Bro.
Like, what? I said, yeah, 2 minutes. It's done right now.
I was
over.
In his interview,
$80 for that.
I'm
People
glad
paid $80 for that, man.
look, and we watched it for free.
I think I said, I'm glad I didn't pay for that.
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm like, somebody would be posting that on Facebook because that's how short a video that is. You can post it on Facebook and let everybody watch it. Who didn't?
All you gotta do is wait 40 minutes. Wait 40 minutes. It'll be on YouTube.
That dude should have gave him a bigger fight than that.
Who's on his caliber, Keith? Who's on John Jones' caliber?
It ain't
heavyweight. That dude should have gave him a better fight.
Everybody's a gimme match. Cormier was a gimme match.
Yeah. Who's on his caliber, bro?
So he said it. He said it last night. He said the dude that was the heavyweight champion, Miocic, he said that's who we want to fight next. Because he said Miocic is supposed to be in the UFC.
In Ghana.
No.
I'm talking to Keith. I'm talking about Keith. What he said.
That Miocic is the greatest heavyweight of all time. And he was like, anybody else I've ever fought never had that title as being a GOAT. So he was like, well, why don't you get the two GOATs together for the next fight? And Miocic, and he was there.
Let's go.
Cormier,
and he gave him a shout out. He did it respectfully.
Cormier don't want no more of that. Cormier don't want no more of that.
Nah. He down there talking about fights now.
I was about to say,
he ain't gonna come out.
Daniel Cormier got his ass whooped.
He did
every time.
He did twice.
He was on the.
He didn't talk about it last night.
He was
talking about a piece. I hate John Jones.
He
said it last night.
But he was on the pivot. Cormier was on the pivot, and he said that John Jones don't punch hard. He said, but what he really do is when he kick you, that's when you know.
Yeah.
He was like, when he kick you, that's when you know you in a fight. Because he was like, he punched me, I punched him, we was going at it. But he was like, but then he kicked me. And right then I knew I was in for a tough night.
Miocic is not a gimme fight.
His damn pancreas went up in his chest. He rearrange his organs in your body.
Look,
Marquise, Stipe Miocic is not a gimme fight.
Nah.
He's cream of the crop.
I'm still tripping.
But John Jones
and I hate to keep going back to it. But that goddamn choke, he locked that shit in so goddamn quick.
You ain't see it coming?
Who want to fight him?
You ain't see it coming.
So y'all saw the little bantamweights, the female?
Yes.
When she missed that round, that backswing, and that little Hispanic jumped on her back so quick, man, and choked her out. I was like, damn. I mean, when she missed, that chick was on her, like, bam, and locked that shit in. I was like, oh, she's done. She's done. Like,
she fucked up.
Man.
She fucked up.
Yeah, she fucked up.
She fucked up.
You can see it. She was turning beat red, man. I posted on Facebook. I'm like, yeah, Shevchenko, she slipped, but she getting her color back now because she's turning beat red, bro. Beat red. Like,
cutting off brain function, dog. I'm telling you, man. I was disappointed in a few of those fights, but
hey, man, it was 14 fights that night. I'm like, this is good. I love it.
I only watched the last two.
I had basketball on, and I was watching the fights on my iPad while I was watching basketball. And when the fight came on, I switched to the big TV.
I'm still stunned about how fast that choke came in and how accurate and how quick this dude was.
But look, hey, BA, you know something else that probably made him tap out quick? Man, he was choking that dude's neck. He got all this weight on his neck like this while he's trying to choke him. Man, he torquing the back of that dude's neck too. You know how painful that shit is?
Yeah, yes, his eyes were red.
So that didn't help him none, man.
That dude's eyes were red. He started getting petechia in his eyes.
Yeah. You want to be a tough guy. You want to be a tough guy and try and stand there while your spine about to get ripped out your motherfucking mouth. Nah.
Yep.
Yeah, my wife was like, "Oh, if he just moves his head a little bit," I said, "Babe, if he moves his head a little bit, his arm is going deeper in there,
gonna go up even further,
and he's already pulling down and putting his full body weight on him." I said, "If he moves his head a little bit, he's going to sleep. He's in the best position he can be in, and just tap." Hey,
that man tapped.
They got I think in two weeks they got another big fight coming up, and I can't remember who it is.
It's here in San Antonio.
Yeah, it's in San Antonio.
It's here in San Antonio.
But I can't think of who the fighters are. Is it Adesanya?
Oh, let me see.
I can't remember who it is, man. But I mean, I'll be watching it. But you know,
I'll watch it.
John Jones, him being back in the UFC, man, it makes me watch UFC again. I waited up for that. Like, I'll fall asleep doing some boxing, before a boxing match comes on, if it ain't the kind of fighters I want to see. But hey, John Jones, yeah, man.
Every bit of worth a penny.
Yeah, Boston, man.
Boston trying to take an L, huh?
Yeah, they was up 10 just a minute ago. No defense. They down 11 now. Man, these officials, man, I think they need a whole new group of officials in the NBA because all of these officials are too familiar with the players, man. They busting them up without Jalen Brunson and
so what you saying? Did you need to revamp the whole officiating crew?
Yeah, the whole officiating crew, man. They don't know the difference between block charge. If a player falls down on the shot, they call a foul for him. They call fouls based on the reactions of the players, man. And you can't do that. Either you see it or you don't, man. And if you don't see it, keep fucking playing.
Well, I don't care what nobody say. Karl Malone started that fucking train. Karl Malone was the biggest the biggest goddamn flopper. Come on, man.
I'm gonna say Manu Ginobili, man.
Ginobili? Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
It's like
Manu was a flopper.
They call
Karl Malone was ridiculous. He built like a fucking linebacker.
And they yell out, "Hey, real live."
Yeah.
Hey, whistle.
Yep. Even Kawhi does that shit. He the quietest nigga in the league. And he'll go down there and shoot, hey! And they'll call a foul for him. Like, damn, dude, you don't even talk.
It's
for a foul.
The UFC next weekend is Petri Yan versus Mir Vashvili.
Who's after that? Who's the
Alexander Volkov versus Romanov. Krylov versus Span. Ramos versus Lingo. Nuragame versus Martinez. Petrino versus Turkosh. I'm fucking these names up. Williams versus
we know. You have to tell us that.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you enunciating.
We can hear the struggle.
No. Yeah, it's a straight struggle.
You looking down the whole time and your whole forehead wrinkled up. So we already know you gonna fuck up names up. Beforehand, you get it. Before you say the name, your whole forehead.
I'm looking like how you say it? Asakawa versus Grant.
Is that label UFC 286? Because this weekend was 285.
It's 14 fights, but shit. Oh, I just got out of it.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. So 286 is March 18th. You got Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman. Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. And then after that,
so 280. So what's the one this March 11th?
It's just a regular fight weekend.
Okay.
The 286 is 2 weeks from now. That's the one I'm talking about with Usman. Man, they were showing him getting kicked in the face. Oh my goodness, man!
When he got kicked in the face and his whole face just rippled.
Oh man, crucial, dude, man.
The crazy part is, before that kick, he won every single round.
Yeah.
The crazy part is, he was winning the 5th round until he got knocked out. Until he got, I'm saying knocked out. Until he got kicked out.
Man, how off guard you got to be to get kicked in the face, man?
You ain't got to be off guard at all.
I mean, his hands was right here. Dude was he was like, I'm like, damn,
bro. So I got a homeboy. He does UFC. Well, he's into that shit, and he actually works out, whatever. But he was like, man, sometimes you don't even see the kick coming, and you watching them, and you just don't even see that leg move. He said, you can be on point. You watching them, you strategizing your next move. He said, what gets people is they not paying attention
there you go. So
to that foot shuffle. He said, you can tell when they get ready to kick because they shuffle their feet and they get ready and then they throw it. He said, but one day he got kicked in the face and the dude never shuffled his feet. He was watching his feet and his hands, and he said all he seen was his leg go back down as he was falling sideways.
Now look, I get it. When you get bust up a couple of times, yeah, you might be a little woozy, like Ronda Rousey when she got kicked in the side of the head.
That was round one.
Girl laid some licks to her, like put that thing on her for a minute or so, and then that kick came. I was like, oh shit.
But that was round one.
Yeah, well, still she got lit up with a couple of shots. So she was just a Bobby lady.
It might have been.
It was round 2. Yeah.
Was it 2?
But
see, Ronda Rousey was never. If you ever watched Ronda Rousey's fight, she was never a boxer. She never wanted to do.
That's why
stand up.
Holly Holmes beat the snot out of her because Holly Holmes was a boxer.
The second time. The second time.
A boxer. Like, I used to box, and I switched over to the UFC.
Because then she fight Holly Holmes twice?
Yeah.
Was it once? I thought she fought her twice. Who was the one she...
And then she got beat up again.
By the Hispanic chick.
By the Brazilian chick.
Chick, yeah.
That laid her out in one round. And like,
and like, said, well, I'm gonna go to WWE
because I know.
Let me go start making movies.
She making more money in the WWE anyway, and in them 3 movies she did. But I mean,
she made more money. She made more money doing the Expendables 3 than she made in the UFC. You know
that's what I'm saying. She was in Mom 22 and she was in Fast and Furious.
Mm-hmm. I give getting kicked in the face the equivalent of the Oklahoma drill in football.
Getting kicked in the face is the equivalent of getting hit.
Get up, flip over, get laid down.
And that Oklahoma drill, man, make motherfuckers go play golf or basketball or something.
Exactly. They get them off the field real quick.
Hey, man. Hey. That shit ain't no punk.
Yeah, that's a manhood test right there.
Man, what is you saying?
I was telling my wife last night, I said there's 2 reasons why I never wanted to go do combatives or anything. And she was like, why? I said, 1, because you kick me and the fight is over with. I'm gonna tell you,
That's
you
level
won,
3. You got to be level 3 to get to that.
But you're not making it back to your motherfucking locker room.
I did level 1 combatives. We had a lieutenant in our unit, in the signal unit. She did a lot of UFC. Her husband fought in the IFC. This was something similar to the UFC. His name was Steve Van Fleet. You can go look him up. That was my combatives instruct. Man, hey, our final drill was we had to get inside and wrap him up. I went first. So I'm gonna go first. So
get the shit out the way.
I get it out the way. So I go in. I got my hands up like you say. He punching the gloves, my forehead. Oh, I boom. I punch it back. I get it out, wrap him up. But I got it, man. Hey, let me tell you. The next dude, he was about 6'2", but his head was about 6'5".
Oh, yeah.
Well, man, when I tell you, he was zap, hitting this, but the dude was going in like this, trying to go. He just zap. Man, that dude, the right side of his face was so red, man. I was sitting there like, ooh, man.
He going there trying to hug it out. Come on, bring it in, man.
I'm telling you, I sent y'all that text the other night asking y'all what happened to the dude. But when I was in 3-Corps, I was the strength manager. I cut the dude's orders. He was in first cav. We assigned him to 3-Corps and put him at the fight house because he was that good. He went to range school. He did all that shit. He was just that good. He got accepted into the UFC for what's the Ultimate Fighter?
Yeah.
He won that. The dude won that.
What's his name?
I can't remember.
Ultimate Fighter. He should have been fighting in the UFC then.
I can't. He did. You get so when you win Ultimate Fighter, he told us. He said when you win Ultimate Fighter, Dana White automatically signs you to a 3-fight contract for winning Ultimate Fighter. Based off of how you do with that, is if you get your contract. If they ask you to come back and they keep extending you and extending you and extending you. He won Ultimate Fighter. I just lost it. Once I left 3-Corps, I lost track of him. But I remember because
go ahead.
They escorted him into 3-Corps to the G1 to get his orders when he was going. Because we put him on permissive TDY to send him to Ultimate Fighter for him to do Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was gone for like 4 or 5 months. He was gone. Because he kept calling to get his shit extended. Because if you're not doing well in Ultimate Fighter, they'll send you home. They'll you're not gonna make it.
Or you get knocked out or get you sent home. One way or another, you'll get home.
But off camera, all the workouts that they be going through and everything. Yeah. If you're not doing well, they'll send you home.
He fought. It was another dude in that combatives, man, he was next, and he went in there and he coached. Man, the dude had a gut. His name was Sean Watson. I never forget. Man, he hit Sean Watson in his bread basket, man, and he hit him. And Sean Watson said, "Hey, but wait, that wasn't it. Here comes Steve Van Fleet coming to get him again." Sean Watson said, he gave him the money. He's like, hold up, man. He couldn't talk. Man, that dude was beat red, man. He said,
my son did that to me, y'all.
Bro, I was sitting there dying like, man, this dude about to knock you out, man.
My son did that, y'all.
But when he hit him, that dude said,
I accidentally punched my son in the chest.
I'm crying.
Man, we was in Germany. My son said something smart to my wife. To his mama, I was like, "Come here for a second." I called him. I said, "Come here." And when he got in range, he stopped because he knew that I was gonna grab him. I reached out and I went to grab his shirt, and at the same time, my hand closed. I missed his shirt.
Give me that.
And it was like in Bruce Lee movies when he was sitting there punch people and he slide back across the floor. The dude, he slid back. He hit my TV, and the TV shook. And I was like, "Come here," and he was like, "Hey,
He come back over there.
He couldn't do
Bruce
it."
Lee, this kid.
But look, man. So who y'all think John Jones should fight Miocic next?
Yes. Fight whoever he wants.
That's but I mean, who's the next in line? I mean,
it's gonna be Miocic.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'll be watching that. I'll be watching.
We'll see. That should happen in about the next 4 or 5 months because he said the number one dude is recovering.
He didn't waste no energy on this fight, so I mean, he could do it in 2, really.
Because ain't nothing happened to him. Yeah, it wasn't no damage. But John Jones said that the number one dude,
he could have fought the next fight. Yeah, who next?
The number one contender just fought, so he's recovering from that fight. And then the number 2 dude is hurt. So he was like, Stipe, I know you hear me. Let's do this, man. They saying you're the best that ever did it. Let's prove it.
Pep.
Does everybody know who this kid is?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay.
He got caught with a gun in Memphis. I think he's at Eastern Michigan now.
Mm-hmm. So they kept calling him as a middle schooler, high schooler, the next KD.
Right.
Kid can play, but I don't think he's gonna really get an opportunity in the NBA. There's nothing really that kid can't do on the floor. But in the NBA, well, unless you go to Houston or Charlotte, you kind of do what you want. But if you don't go to one of those teams, I don't think that kid will last long in the NBA.
He's uncoachable.
Not so much uncoachable, but he's not a role player.
Nope.
And he's one of the issues with not having somebody tell you the truth growing up.
Right. Okay.
He's a problem of that. Because last season he was in Memphis.
Right.
And he wasn't the star. Because Memphis got some grown men down there.
And he wasn't happy about that, not being a star.
No. And he wasn't happy about it. He was inconsistent, trying to be a role player, and then he ended up leaving. And now, any other player that comes from mid-major or low-level mid-major D1, if you're that good, why does your team only have 10 wins?
Right.
So, again,
if you think you are number one in the NBA,
yeah. So what he's showing,
the team only got 1 win.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say what I was getting ready to say. But he's showing he's not.
Say that shit.
No, I'm not gonna say that
shit. All right.
I'm not gonna say who he is, because he is what they compare him to.
Durant.
He can do everything on the floor. Everything. But he can't, and he's showing he can't lead a team even with other decent players on the team. He can't lead them. Like they won't make the play. They won't make the tournament.
I just think personally about that kid is that him being on Sports Illustrated at 15, I think that shit went straight to his goddamn head, and he had the right mentorship around him. And then now you get to a team with competition.
Yeah.
It's
go ahead, BA.
like,
I was looking at something.
Yeah. Oh. So they were like, "Oh, you're the man here. This is your kingdom. This is your domain. We put you on Cover Sports History. Now you get to college with everybody's got the same talent as you down there." He couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Like what was his legal issues at
He had a gun. He almost went to jail.
Mm-hmm.
This kid is 6'10", 170 pounds, man. His pockets super close together, man. His front pockets close together, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brandon Ingram used to be, and KD. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see why they comparing him to KD.
Mm-hmm. He a lanky kid with talent.
I'll be right back.
He is Chet Holmgren size.
He can do it.
Don't get me started, man. You know, we could have had Keegan Murray. Everybody's rookie is playing except ours. But didn't I tell y'all he was going to be injured? Because he stays on the floor more than AP and Joel Embiid. Every time he gets bumped, he hits the floor.
He ain't got no weight to him.
He ain't got no balance, man.
And it was a no contact injury. Injury.
Defending LeBron.
Yep. Yeah, I don't see this unless something changes with him. I don't see this kid making it more than like 3 years in the NBA.
If we talk about Ja, you're gonna hear me say this if we talk about him.
Yeah.
But he needs a father and not a fan. That's what he needs.
He need a what?
A father, not a fan. A fan is going to keep telling you. A father fan is going to keep telling you, you the shit. You the shit. Can't nobody do nothing with you. Instead of telling you, yeah, you had 25 points, but you also had this. We need to work on this. Right. If you want to do this. A father is going to do that to him. And he's also going to keep him in line. But like, yo, your friends who did not play ball that's playing on your level, that's not in college, you need to forget about them. You need to forget about all this nonsense. Yo, motherfuckers, you're destined to make yourself millions. You're about to be a celebrity on a higher level than what you already are.
Why you trying to continue with the thug life? You do not need a fucking gun.
You do not need to carry no gun. You just need to walk away.
Gen Z, man.
You're gonna have enough money to buy you some security.
Exactly. That's what you're on track to do.
He already did it.
Not a fan.
He already did it.
Yeah.
He already did it with that extension he just got.
He needs a father and not a fan that says he's his father. You know what I'm saying?
He need to stop acting like CB4.
MC Gusto.
I'm just saying. My man. You went to
blackity black.
You had a good family. Why are you trying to get street cred?
For real. What the fuck you worried about street cred for? Well, hey, these kids kill me, man. They'll do whatever they do, anything for some damn likes, man.
Since we on that topic, let's address the elephant in the room.
Oh no, that's not in the room. I already had that queued up.
Okay. This idiot. That's what I'm gonna call him. Because first off, dude, you're worth over $200 million. $200 million. Why in the fuck are you playing with 16-year-olds? I get it's a charity event. I get it if it was a charity event or something sanctioned and sponsored. You playing at your house in your fucking garage in your driveway with some 16-year-olds. Now I'm move on, and I said it with Imani Bates. Well, I was watching a segment of Shannon Sharp and Skip Shitless, and I agree with Shannon Sharp too. He needs a father and not a fan.
Let me. Ja Morant is 23 years old. What you think his father gonna tell him?
Well, Shannon Sharp,
when I went to college, I didn't call and ask my parents for nothing. Even if I'd have had millions of dollars, if I'm 23 in the NBA, that's my job. I'm a grown man. Even if I'm working at McDonald's as a 23-year-old, I'm a grown man.
Well, see, this is what
Ja Morant's dad is doing what Ja Morant's supposed to do. He raised that man up until he was 18. Anything Ja Morant does after 18, that's on him.
Correct.
But as a father,
but when your father is doing the exact same thing that you're doing,
I don't care.
What I'm really getting at is the point that when you graduate high school, you go to college, you do well in college, you know you're gonna be drafted into the NBA, the NFL, or whatever, and you sign a $200-something million contract. Jay-Z said it best. Not everybody can go.
True.
Your motherfucking friends from the hood, especially.
Yeah, you got to separate yourself from that. Me and Pep used to have this conversation all the time with our players. Hey, look, y'all trying to go to college? Y'all need to. Some people you need to separate yourself from. I had to do it. We all had to do it. We was all athletes. You got to separate yourself from the damn rockheads, man. That's just what it is.
And see what he was getting at about he needs a father and not a fan. This is what Shannon Sharp said. He said, when you come into millions and you came from nothing, you don't know how to act because now you got something.
Which is true.
Now you got something.
Which is true. But they have
when he came from out of the stands, when Ja Morant walked over to Shannon Sharp and was running his mouth to Shannon Sharp because of his homeboy, that right there told you that him and his son, their mentality was still as a child. Because me, if you swing on my child, you got security. We'll deal with everything else out on the street. It's not my place to come running across that floor while you in the fucking NBA to address you about anything that you said to my son, because they got NBA security for that, and you will not be at any NBA game ever again because of your antics or whatever.
So his pop ran up on Shannon Sharp?
He attempted but they stopped him from coming across the court.
No. He let a little kid back him up. He let y'all little brother back him up. He didn't want none of Shannon. He didn't want no security that backed him up. His little brother backed him up. So
I thought the security that stands around the stadium, I thought they were the one that stopped his ass.
You go look at that video, bro. He got a little kid. He got his little brother backing him up. Man, like I said, he probably walked up that court and walked up on Shannon and saw Shannon was 6'2", 230, and ripped and was like, damn, this nigga bigger than I thought across the court.
Right. I'm about to get dusted on national TV.
You know how you can look at players, right? You can look at players on the court, and then when you get up on, you be like, oh, this nigga bigger than I thought. That's probably what happened. You can see John little brother backing him up, man. Backing him up. He's still talking. He let him. If you let a little kid that showed me you don't want nothing. You don't want none of this. Hey, Shay stood there in front of all them dudes. All of them. It's 15 dudes on that team. If one of them wanted to get at him, they could have got at him because security couldn't have stopped all of them.
So basically, we get at the root of the problem that his dad wasn't a good guy in the first fucking place. Probably babied him and pumped him up. So,
you know what I attribute that to more than anything? Coaching. That coach got to kill that shit. Y'all shouldn't even be over there in the sidelines like that.
Right.
You shouldn't even be talking like that. But you know what? Memphis been doing a lot of talking this year. And it done spilled off the court, too. That's coaching, bro. That coach supposed to reel that in, and he did. He still ain't, because they still talking.
Well, my last point on John Moran is
absolutely
with this dude, he want to be a gangster, and what have I always said? Somebody gonna test that gangster one day.
Ask John Wall them in New Orleans. They had to walk John Wall them out the club. Them niggas like, yeah, y'all think y'all some real niggas? I'm a real nigga. Try me. John Wall and them went walked and got in that limo. In the limo, that's what I said, right? Not the 6'4" Impala with the 24s or whatever. They went got in the limo, nigga. That show you ain't gangster, bro. You ain't gangster.
Look, my grandmama told me one day, she said, boy, I'm just gonna tell you this because I love you. She said, you think you bad, but there's always somebody badder.
Everybody meets their maker, man. Everybody meets their maker.
She said every dog has his day, boy. And I'm just gonna tell you, it ain't every day.
So I like I said, I can't attribute that to Josh's dad. He was coming to his son's defense, if that's what you wanted to call that.
Yeah, they'll quote the shit out that one. They'll quote the hell out that statement.
But that's coaching, bro. Because you know who started that shit? It was Dylan Brooks.
Yeah. Mr. I'm out for the rest of the season.
No, that's Brandon Clark's out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
It's suspended one game. But that's Dylan Brooks who started that. And he's still talking.
No. Who did Memphis just lose for the rest of the season with a torn Achilles?
Brandon Clark.
Okay.
He tore his Achilles.
Yeah.
So that's coaching, bro. That's your coaching staff. Hey, man, coach, reel these cats in. They need to shut the hell up and quit worrying about what's on the sideline.
Guns, I think I gave your team a tech because of what the bench came, what was being said off and the coach.
Maybe so.
Yeah, somebody.
Maybe so.
I hit you quick.
Ain't no telling who said it.
You just give it to the coach.
The WTU, man.
I got a technical foul on white coach. Shots.
Let's
turn around.
These kids ain't built the same no more, man.
Hey, man. Hey, they want to do shit for likes, man. What reason you got to travel with a pistol across state lines, man? Just to flash it on IG for likes, man. For likes.
I travel.
You're gonna have a record because you trying to get likes.
Look, I tell everybody, don't never pull no gun to take no picture. Don't never, you know what I'm saying? You pull a gun. Your only reason to pull that gun is either to disarm it or you gonna use it.
Yeah.
I ain't never post no videos of me at the range shooting. I ain't never posted me no videos of me
Never.
None of that.
Never.
Bro.
Speaking of that, I'm glad you said that because I got to register my shit before
April 1st. You know, now I see John online. Now I know how to approach you. I know you got the pistol. I know how to approach you now.
Yeah,
I'll never let you see me coming.
So guess what?
I'll never let you see me coming now.
Well, what's even worse about him showing the pistol is he's in the video with the little 380.
Right. Is that what it was?
It's either 380 or 22. My wife got one that's the same size. They look alike. But he's sitting there throwing gang signs and all that other, doing sign language and shit.
You slipping, bro.
That's even worse, yo.
He too high profile for that, man. He too high profile for that. Hey, man, niggas will show up. Niggas from Cali will show up at a Lakers game or a Clippers game and try that boy, man.
Man, go ask Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Ricky Rose. because he said he think he Big Meech. Larry Hoover and all them GDs told him, yo, don't put his name in your mouth. Because we will come for you. I think he paid them off or something because they was coming for him. Man, shit. Okay.
Again.
All right, cool. Let's go.
Everybody
next.
Social media thugging. Social media thugging.
Hey.
Twitter fingers.
Private school thug.
I like this female. I like her, man.
Did you expect anything less?
I like her. She is doing it.
Once she starts lighting you up from the outside and you start closing out on her, then she's going to dribble drive. Everybody knows she can shoot. It's typical defensive mentality. Collapse. She's going to dish it to the open man.
So I want to see
mathematics.
I want to see them play South Carolina. Because, they'll put Bree Bill on her, and then they'll switch up and put a Meher on her. And then if they just feeling, they'll put somebody else on her.
Oh.
I want to see, because, the Big Ten, it ain't South Carolina, though.
Keep going. Left out some.
Big Ten.
And I like her. She can play. She can play. She reminds me of UNESCO in a sense. But I want to see her play against the South Carolina. Even they lost to Stanford.
Ooh,
Did they play Stanford? Iowa? Did they play Stanford?
No.
I don't think they did, but who knows? I'll look.
Boston Knicks in overtime.
Yep.
But yeah, I like her, man. I don't know. Aaliyah Boston's probably going number one in the WNBA draft. Who y'all think going number one? Aaliyah Boston?
Either her or what's the girl from LSU?
Reese?
Yeah.
Angel
I
Reese.
don't think she should. I don't think Reese should, but somebody will mess around and take her because she.
You never know.
Yeah. She's more versatile than what's her name is. Iowa lost to Maryland.
I don't know about that one.
Iowa lost. She more versatile than she can shoot further outside than Aaliyah Boston. Now, don't get me wrong. Aaliyah Boston, to me, is top shot. Ain't nobody in the league, ain't nobody in college basketball can hold that girl, can do anything with her. She's devoted to the game.
Yeah.
She's devoted.
Oh, excuse me.
Who that say my name? Indiana beat Iowa.
Okay.
No, they didn't.
That's what everybody wanted to see.
No, Indiana's the top seed in the Big East. I mean, in the Big Ten. But they lost. They lost to Ohio State.
They lost to Ohio State. Yeah.
And then Ohio State got routed. But Indiana beat Iowa during the regular season. They beat Iowa last month. Iowa lost to Maryland and Indiana last month.
So really, the only teams they lost to was when UConn was 3, NC State was 12, and then they lost to Iowa when they was number 2, and Maryland when they was 7.
Okay.
Who that?
But they split with Indiana.
Oh, you talking about
Iowa did? Yeah, they split. Okay.
But what hurt them in standings was they lost to Illinois.
Yeah. It's a Big Ten game.
Mm-hmm.
And that was early. That was the second Big Ten game.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I've been watching these tournaments. I always watch the tournaments around it, man. This time of year, when they start the tournaments and then March, man, I love it, man. I love it.
Pep, you said they lost to North Carolina State, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody else they routed.
Oh. I got something. Yeah, that's cool. We talk about her. Let's talk about this though. What y'all think?
That would piss me off.
He's not gonna play.
Which one did they give him?
Exclusive or the other one where
The executive.
he can
The non-exclusive,
yeah, or non-exclusive.
The executive or the non-executive, some shit.
No, exclusive or non-exclusive.
Yeah, either way.
So they keep saying he's looking for a lot of guaranteed money, which he should be.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really people out there that think he won't get it.
Mm-hmm. The owners are mad at Cleveland for giving Deshaun Watson that all guaranteed money.
And we talked about that this summer, how bad that move was and how it's going to ruin everything in the future. And it's already showing now. But I'm just saying.
And his name was the first name I called when we started talking about that.
Yep, you are.
Because even if you think Deshaun Watson is a better quarterback, Deshaun Watson hasn't done anything to the level that he's done yet.
Not a damn thing.
And this dude was a unanimous NFL MVP.
I don't think Deshaun Watson is better than Lamar, though.
I'm just saying, a lot of people do. But he hasn't done anything in the NFL to equal what Lamar Jackson has done.
Right.
I'm just put this out. He hasn't done anything in his career that compares to Lamar Jackson.
Right.
Nothing. Lamar Jackson won the Heisman down in Louisville.
Yep.
Deshaun Watson had a much better team at Clemson and got beat by Lamar Jackson. NFL, they both went high.
Alabama.
Well, no. Deshaun went high. Lamar did because they wanted him to play
Lamar went 32nd in the first round. Yeah, he went 32nd. They keep saying he can't throw the ball.
They keep saying that.
That dude's got a cannon, man. But he ain't never had no receivers around him to prove that.
Right.
Yeah.
Never. At Louisville, none. None of his receivers or tight ends from Louisville are in the NFL.
None.
How many all-pro receivers he got?
None.
Nathan.
I think he's gonna find a way not to play. If I'm telling you,
he don't have to. He don't have to because he's franchise. He don't have to sign it.
Yeah,
right.
And he can sit the season out like Le'Veon Bell did.
Yeah.
What now? You talking about he don't have to sign the franchise tag?
He don't have to sign
unless they put it. Yeah, he doesn't have to sign it. They can just put it on him. Ain't shit. He ain't got it.
But he don't have to sign it.
Push.
They don't pay him. He don't play because he didn't sign the contract.
But
but they still own the rights to him.
Yeah, but then if I was on his camp, then I'd be like, it didn't work too good for Le'Veon.
He don't have a camp though.
Yeah.
He is his camp. Him and his mama is his agent. He is the camp.
Well, they need to have some mentors in there because I'd be like, man, bro, let's talk about it. You play, you ball out. You're gonna be worth a whole lot more to another team.
No BS.
But if he sits out,
he already did that.
Down, man.
He already did that. BA. He already did that, and Baltimore want to pay him. So why? That's why he ain't come back at the end of the season.
I was gonna say that's why he didn't play them last. After the second week he was hurt, he was able to play, and he just kept saying he was hurt.
Yeah, well, why would you play this last week?
So again,
why play and get hurt
if you franchise
and really mess up your doggone?
I gave you 5 years. I was the unanimous MVP for your team. This team sucks without me.
He was everything for He was everything for that team, man.
Every Michael Vick's rushing record.
And I totally agree with you, Pep, but I'm again just playing devil's advocate. I'd be like, hey, bro, Olivia Dale at all. At all. So I don't know.
Hey, here's what I will tell y'all. They got until Tuesday to make a decision on that franchise tag.
Oh,
they
really?
got till Tuesday. Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So keep an eye on the sports on Tuesday.
If they don't do it, I think they're gonna put that non-exclusive on or that exclusive on him. Because with the exclusive, he can't talk to nobody and can't nobody talk to him without going through them first.
Mm-hmm.
They can't. It's the non-exclusive. The non-exclusive is the one where he can go and talk to other teams, and if they pay him, then Baltimore
and if they offer
to match
right.
I was about to say. So if I say I'll give you $260 million, if Baltimore don't want to say we'll give you
basically
$265,
he could pull a DeAndre Ayton. Remember, he signed with the Pacers.
Yep.
And then Phoenix matched it. But
man, that's gonna be interesting, man. I
I
can't wait to see what's gonna happen.
I don't know, man.
As a team that's gonna do $200 million guaranteed.
I'm on the side of if they franchise them, and this is if I was in this camp, I would say play, ball out, and leave in 2024.
They could franchise him again.
But
remember Kirk Cousins?
It has to be unrestricted, though.
Remember Kirk Cousins.
The only benefit for him to being franchise tag the second time is they can't do it for a third
Don't
time.
call timeout.
So they either have to sign him or let him go.
Now he'll make if
once
he's
an unrestricted free agent, they can't even trade him.
Go, y'all ain't got time. Oh, he got it.
But the second franchise tag has to be unrestricted, though, right?
You had a jump shot.
Franchise tag is a franchise tag.
It's the same thing. So the only thing that'll happen is this year he'll make $45 million if he sign it.
Yeah.
Next year it'll be like 48, 49 million.
Right.
It'll go up the next year if they franchise it, just like Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Just like Kirk Cousins, man. That's the jumper
now,
right
if you Kirk
there.
Cousins, you sign it. You sign it with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins ain't no MVP.
Yeah, he knows his work.
Not even
yeah.
The
shit out of Minnesota.
Kirk Cousins making that bread.
Yeah,
absolutely.
With guaranteed contracts.
Yep.
But
Minnesota got to pay him all his money because they guaranteed the whole contract.
$84 million for 3 years.
The whole kit and caboodle.
Whole kit caboodle.
Guaranteed.
The whole 9 yards.
Guaranteed.
Ooh,
and
that's just under $30 million a year.
You sound disgusted.
You caught that, huh?
Yeah. I mean, he's a below middle of the pack quarterback too, man.
But me and Lynn had this conversation yesterday. So you can go back and what career would you choose? I said I would go back, slap the shit out of my high school self, stay in the goddamn gym and keep working on your craft so you can go play in the NFL. Like, I would just go back and slap the shit out of myself. I go to Redbird Mall where my dumbass high school self works, walk into the shoe department, slap the shit out of my dumbass, and look at I'm future you. I know I ain't supposed to touch you, but your black ass needs to stay in the gym, you stay on your craft, and keep it moving, and work and do better in the future. Got it? And walk out. And I'll probably slap myself again just to make sure I understood. But just saying.
Are you listening?
Yeah. You understand what I'm saying, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Just one more time. Why you hit me again? Just because, bitch. Just because.
Don't be sorry, ho. Be careful.
Yeah, man. Hey, Tuesday we'll know. Tuesday we'll know.
Yeah, we'll know. We'll know. Like I said, I don't know, man. Okay, so what team do you think he would go to?
Man, I heard, man, just about anybody in the NFL will pay that guy, man.
Yeah,
I could see him in Miami. I could see him in Atlanta.
Indianapolis.
Carolina,
Indianapolis. They need it.
I think he would.
Really?
Atlanta's up and coming. And what they did with Marcus Mariota, he 20 times better than Marcus Mariota.
Hey, man, that is the Lamar Jackson experience. Now you got you a whole nother experience to enjoy. You had 7, now you got 8. Well, he won't get 8 because Pitts got 8. Whatever number he get, it'll be another experience for Atlanta.
He'll probably try to buy that 8 from old boy.
Oh, the
Pitts.
tight end.
Yes.
Pitts got 8. Yeah.
He ain't gonna pay him.
If Pitts was MVP, he'll just give it to him.
Yeah, come on now. The team will say, "Come on, here, Pitts. Pick your next number, player." If I'm 8, no, not one more player. 9 number. Shut what they call the fuck up and pick this new number. 9, 10, what you want?
You a tight end anyway.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, you get you a tight end number.
I'm telling you, man, I don't know. I would see. Well, no, I'll take that back.
Yeah.
I'll take that back because I don't think it would happen. But, what's the next one?
So he wore 7 in high school.
Did he?
He did.
Probably because he idolized Michael Vick.
And he broke Michael Vick's rushing record too.
Yeah.
I was thinking that in the top of my head, but I just Googled it. Yeah, he wore 7 in high school.
Knicks up 4.
Yeah.
That's high school.
8 guns.
Yo.
The Yankees won today.
So, that's spring ball. Who cares?
Yeah, I know, but I just wanted to say that to you because I know you hate the Yankees.
The Cardinals come to Arlington in June, so I probably get up there for that or down there for that.
Yeah, I need to go to that new stadium, man.
Oh yeah, I ain't never been to it at all.
The old thing, I love the old thing.
I went to the old one.
I love the old one because you feel like you were back in time.
Nah, damn that old one. That old one's
Huh?
Yes. Sitting in them stands when that sun out, you burn it up.
Man.
But this, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Nah.
That same thing with Cowboys Stadium. Like, I don't know what Jerry Jones was thinking about putting the stadium directly where the sun goes down.
Yeah.
I just don't understand that math. Like, dude,
He ain't gonna be out there.
He had approved goddamn plans, and they put this
That's a
out
fact.
there.
He ain't gonna be out there.
Look, you know damn well you was a first son. You used to tell them that, hey, y'all go out there to the motor pool and I don't give a fuck if it's pouring down rain because you ain't gonna be out there.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all
tomorrow. And you gotta look at it. I'm gonna have an opening this way.
Yeah.
This is where the sun sets in Texas every goddamn time. So now you got this big ass blind spot on whoever's going in that direction. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a dumb fucking design.
But they all in the same area.
Exactly. That's the point.
Right there.
They know where the sun sets. Every time. They don't change.
But
Our
they got
stadium
they both
should
got
be
roofs.
north and south anyway. Just for that reason.
Bruh, thank you. North, south.
So it's always a crosswind.
There you go. But no, not Jerry's world. This East West, baby.
I know.
Y'all gotta deal with it.
Hey, so what y'all think about the XFL, man?
I haven't watched. I watched one game, man. I should have watched it today, like I said I was, but me and Lynn went down a rabbit hole of 600-pound life.
I ain't watch it yet.
I'm gonna watch it this weekend.
It's like, I don't know. It's like a combine to me. All the games. It's like AAA baseball or some shit.
Right.
What happened to the USFL? Which league did The Rock buy? The Rock bought the USFL, right?
Was
it the X? He in the San Antonio Brahmas.
No, The Rock owns the XFL.
He owns the XFL. Okay.
Yeah, but they're trying to change it. The XFL is going to be the USFL next year, supposedly. Okay. So it's supposed to be USFL. They're supposed to add more teams. Like, I think San Antonio getting one. I think Dallas is getting
San Antonio has one.
They got one already, yeah.
XFL or the
XFL, the San Antonio Brahmas.
San Antonio and Houston.
I was gonna say Houston got one too because they playing.
I thought Dallas had one. Ain't Dallas the Renegades or something?
In the USFL. Not the XFL.
Okay.
So they're supposed to be combining those teams from the USFL and XFL next year. I don't know, man.
To make a bigger league.
Right.
Cough it out. Get it out there, young man. Pat yourself on the back. Put your hands above your head. Are you okay? Are you okay? Help! Ain't that what they teach you in combat lifesaver class? He's not breathing. Starting chest compressions.
Sticking.
Well, these Boston cats is looking real scarce right now.
Yeah. I mean, it's still plenty of time, though. Wham.
And he missed that free throw.
Yep. Boston's defense been suspect, though. Kick.
What happened to it? They were better defensively.
Travel. Yeah.
Well, Williams be acting like he don't be fouling.
Oh.
They all do.
Even though I wouldn't have called that one.
So I was watching the Nets Hornets game. I think it was Kelly Oubre.
Mm-hmm.
Just
for the Hornets.
two-hand pushed a defender off him. I'm like, ref, you are right there. How is that not an offensive foul?
That's what I said. That's what I said when Tatum fouled LeBron on that game-winning shot, and the referee standing watching it.
The ref was watching the game and not the play.
Number one,
and a lot of them do that. That's why I want to officiate.
No, I can't. I don't think I can.
I'd rather coach.
Yeah, coaching much better.
I've done both, so.
Oh, fucking Ed Malloy.
But either one you do, the crowd gonna say you don't know what you're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
True.
Yep. Put my son in the game. You don't know what you're doing, ref. You don't know what you're doing, coach. The coach is an idiot. My son's the best player on that team, but can't hit a free throw.
Come watch your son at practice, and you'll see why he ain't in the game.
There you go. But everybody so.
Hey, look here. That's all I got. What y'all got? What y'all want to talk about for the next 20 minutes?
Aaron Rodgers, where you going?
No, we will not talk about him. I'm not talking about him. That is the most useless conversation ever, man. I will not talk about Aaron Rodgers. Please, give me something else, BA, please. I can't talk about Aaron Rodgers, man.
Okay. All right.
It's pointless.
All right. Garoppolo, where you going?
Who?
Garoppolo.
Who?
Garoppolo.
Honestly, I think he'll end up with the Raiders.
Really?
He'll want to stay on the West Coast.
Josh McDaniels. He won 2 Super Bowls under it. I mean, even though he was backing up Tom Brady, I think he'll end up with the Raiders. Long as he ain't in San Francisco, we straight.
He know
I didn't even think
he know
about
the system
it.
too.
That's
He know the system.
okay.
They know the system, yeah. And they even though what's the name, Stidham had that good game against the 49ers, they don't trust him for a whole season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care where Garoppolo go as long as he ain't in the 49ers uniform.
All right.
I do.
I know you do.
I do.
All right. So
Hey, one man's trash, one team's trash. Well, you go to the Jets, still be trash. So
Not former Patriot quarterbacks. Not them.
yeah, they really don't have a lot of success after they leave New England, man.
So with everything going on, who you want, Bill? Who you want?
No, who you want?
Who I want?
Joe Montana.
We're not gonna get.
Hey, Ron.
No, that ain't who I want.
Who you want now? Oh, Lamar Jackson?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would love for them to get Lamar Jackson. But I'm my owner flew into Indy to make the conclusion. Yeah. So I think that dude is coming to the Jets.
Who is that?
Okay, here we go. So out of what's the kid's name from Alabama? Young.
Bryce Young.
The kid from Ohio State. Stroud. Levis or Levi.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson. Who y'all think is a better QB prospect?
I think it's Stroud. I think it's Stroud.
You agree? You not BA?
Who got the number 1 draft pick?
The Texans. No, the Bears. The Bears.
Yeah, the Bears.
But they projecting the Texans going to move up to 1.
They're projecting that the Bears are going to trade out and then trade down again.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, out of them 4 quarterbacks, I don't know if you watched them all play. Who do you think is the better?
I agree with Stroud, man.
I'll take Stroud because of the system he played in.
Yeah.
But, man, I'll be honest, man. That kid, Anthony Richardson, hey, man, even in college, man, he really didn't have nobody to throw the ball to. That kid is electric. He's 6'4". He ran a 4.43. He's got a cannon. I mean, this dude, man.
And he 240.
And he 240. Hey, he goes to the right team. Oh my goodness, man! This kid right here, his upside. If they get him some receivers, and they don't try to run him too much. Hey, this kid, man. But I agree, CJ Stroud. He's nice. He's a prototypical quarterback he's not a runner, but he's mobile enough. But that kid, Anthony Richardson, man, oh man, I cannot wait to see what this dude is gonna do in the NFL if he gets some talent around him. Oh man,
I'm still tripping why all these freaking.
You know they gotta have one in there. They gotta have one in there. Talking
about that dude gonna be the best pro out of all of them.
Hey man, that's fucking what's his name? The nigga who be shaking a lot when he talk.
Kuiper.
Mel Kiper.
Right.
He's horrible, man.
Right, dude,
He's horrible at predicting players, what they gonna be. And if I started a league, I would ban him from speaking on any player that entered the draft in my league.
Right.
The kid from Ohio State, not Smith and Jimba.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, yeah.
So he got into it.
With Mel Kiper?
Yeah. His brother. Like,
okay.
You don't know what you're talking about. Don't my brother. Because
he don't. He's terrible, man. He's terrible.
I'm getting ready to sound like oh my God, Steve Smith.
Stephen A. Smith?
No. Steve Smith. The receiver.
Steve Smith, the receiver. Yeah, okay. He said Steve Smith Sr.
Yeah, that's why I said senior, because you know he got
right. Yeah.
So he was saying, what are these scouts looking at?
Mm-hmm.
He was saying
he said it about Brock Purdy.
And
he's speaking on Brock Purdy.
And he says it a lot about receivers.
Right.
I'm like, hey man, hey owners. No. Hey owners. How about listen to somebody who could potentially make the Hall of Fame instead of this dude who ain't never strapped on a helmet?
This clown Mel Kiper. Yeah. He kills me, man.
All of them.
Oh shit. Yeah. And then when they don't pick who they want them to pick, he be mad.
Yeah.
He's mad when teams don't pick who he want them to pick. Well, I don't know why he did that. This is gonna. You know, Orlando Brown, he had a terrible combine, man. That dude's a Super Bowl champion now, one of the best right tackles in the game, man. What are these scouts looking at? That combine really don't prove that you can play football.
Or your pro day.
All that means is that you got some pre-planned routes or you got some drills embedded into your head.
You don't test well. Yeah, you don't test well.
That's like these 40 times. Most of these kids, when the season's over, school's over, they are training to run the 40.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's why they skip the bowl games and stuff.
Yeah.
So they gonna start training for the combine.
And why run a 40-yard dash? Why run a 40-yard dash in shorts and no shirt and just shoes or whatever when you should be wearing pads? The shit that you gonna be running.
Get your ass out there in that heat.
In the world
or in the cold.
Of Uncle Shannon Sharp. I ran a 4.6. But I have the longest touchdown reception in playoff history.
There you go.
You know why? Because I knew the playbook. And if you know the playbook, you can play fast. Because Jerry Rice wasn't no burner.
Yeah, he wasn't. He wasn't.
He is the GOAT of receivers. I'll say this about this dude. Emmitt Smith wasn't no burner.
No.
Barry
Sanders wasn't no burner.
He'll tell you that.
Not a burner at all. But when you know the playbook, and the playbook is how you play fast.
Yeah.
I know where I'm going. I know when I'm supposed
when
to.
When you know how to read the defenses, you know.
You got all these players that's running this 4.3, don't know the playbook, and they out there running 4.8s because they don't know where they're going.
And don't
the guy who ran the fastest
the whole route tree. You know 3 routes on the route tree, but I run a 4.3. Bitch, that don't make no difference. Every cornerback in the league or safety is going to figure out what you can run and what you can't.
The guy who ran the fastest time in the combines ever, I don't even think he's in the league anymore. Ross? I don't think he's in the league.
No, then
4.2 don't matter.
Neither is Tavon Austin.
Neither is Tavon Austin. Not anymore, but at least Tavon Austin was in the league. I think he's in the league for about 8 years, though. But I don't think Ross is in the league past his first contract.
No, didn't old boy from Kansas City break it?
Break what?
Pacheco?
Talk about time. Pacheco.
Oh, I don't know. He may have.
Yeah, right.
He may have.
Now he ran a good time last year. He did, but he didn't break a record.
Yeah, right. Oh, he was close to it.
Man, everybody ain't Chris Johnson.
Man.
True.
Everybody ain't Chris Johnson.
True. But I'm just saying though,
Or Tyreek.
Just to go back to the caveat on what y'all said, I don't know if these scouts look at it, man. And I personally think that the scouting departments should have actual fucking players who know those positions.
What are they watching? BA, there's 13, some teams play 14 college games.
Yes.
What are you watching?
I can't.
Apparently, game film don't matter.
Right.
Nope.
Just
It don't.
The only thing that matters, in my opinion, these scouts is physical stats. It ain't about what they do on the field. Physical stats. Oh, this guy is 6'8".
Because if it mattered, Michael Sam wouldn't have been a 7th round draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't have been a 7th round draft pick. That dude was the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. And because he like boys, you ain't want to draft.
Right. Yeah.
And didn't get a shot in the league. He really didn't get a real good shot.
The Rams drafted him and then let him go.
Uh-huh.
But that kid was the Defensive Player of the Year in what everybody calls the best football conference in America. So if he's the best defensive player in that conference, why wasn't he a 1st or 2nd round pick?
Again, biases, and I will say this too: money, dude, money.
Hey man,
like y'all quarterback should have never should have went the 1st round. Never.
Nope. Josh Rosen. No. Well, he scored really high on his mental.
The Wonderlic.
The Wonderlic test.
At the end of the day, when you got that motherfucker breathing down your neck, what you gonna do? That's what matters to me.
Didn't Carson Wentz go 1st round too?
I'm with you. That's another good example.
He was 2nd, didn't he?
Andrew Luck.
Nah, Andrew Luck was good. Andrew Luck was good. The coach ruined that dude.
I don't know, man. That's an argument I've had several times. That
Andrew Luck was good.
I would say,
but
good kid, bad team.
It's hard. Look who he followed though.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah,
that's why I said good kid, bad team. Because if I gotta follow somebody like Eli Manning, Peyton Manning, Joe Montana,
no.
I gotta follow.
You still have
no. You did you see how many times that dude was getting sacked?
Yeah, because of decision making.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on, Pep. That you can't tell me that dude is on the ball too long.
Can't be really decision making. It can't really be decision making on the offensive line. As soon as you snap the ball, they in your face.
So why do you think
Pep.
So why do you think the coach basically after he retired started drafting linemen, offensive linemen?
They started losing linemen. I'm just saying the first couple of years of that dude in the league, he was holding the ball too long, man.
Me personally, I didn't see Andrew Luck.
I was gonna say I wasn't paying him no mind.
No, I mean, I don't think he was. I'm not saying he couldn't play. I just don't think he was a 1st round draft pick.
I don't think so. And, okay, here's another one. I'm gonna hit y'all with Carson Wentz.
Yeah, we know about that, and I'm still the jury's still out. The jury's still out. As much as I like Trey Lance and his size and the jury's still out on him. I don't know if he can read a defense.
He can't.
But who knows? We don't know.
We don't know. That's what I'm saying. We don't know yet.
He broke his ankle, so you don't know.
I'm waiting to see it. He might get his chance here, but Brock Purdy still ain't got his surgery. So he may end up being the starter by default. We're going to find out. Hopefully Kyle Shanahan won't run him into the ground again.
Well, let's go back. Okay, again, that's a good caveat. Let's go to the other side of the spectrum. Brock Purdy.
I knew what Brock Purdy was.
This dude had a good college career.
Yeah, I know. I knew what Brock Purdy was.
He didn't have a good one. He had a great one.
I knew what Brock Purdy was.
Scouts.
That's why when Trey Lance got hurt, I was telling I'd rather have Brock Purdy out there. I know what Brock Purdy was. I watched him for 4 years. I know what he was, man. They missed on him a lot. Everybody missed on him.
Scouts.
Last one in the draft.
Scouts. Back to Scouts, yeah.
Mr. Irrelevant. He was the very last one.
Let me hit y'all with the one that is the most biggest disappointment in my eyes.
That Marcus.
Russell.
Marcus Russell. Well, him and Ryan Leaf.
I said Ryan Leaf wasn't worth it I said that way.
But he went number 2 in the draft.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that was a mistake. But Marcus fucking Russell.
Ryan Leaf was good in college.
So was Marcus Russell.
Yeah, he was good in college too, but Ryan Leaf was good in college.
He was.
Really good in college. Some people just can't take it, man. When they get all that exposure, some can't take it.
Yeah.
And mentally he was done.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm telling you, Marcus Russell. I want to pull that new black card. The other black card I need to pull is Quincy Carter. Now, if I ever see Quincy Carter anywhere at South Cliff, I'm gonna fuck his ass up.
I didn't think Quincy Carter was that good in college, man.
He wasn't gonna be no star anyway.
Nah.
Did Quincy go first round?
Did he? I don't think so.
He did what?
I thought he got drafted in the first round.
No, Quincy Carter? No.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
No.
At Georgia, and for the National Football League, Dallas Cowboys and the Jets.
See what kind of decisions they be making? Surprised they ain't trying to get Joey Harrington too.
Oh, he was terrible.
Horrible.
He was terrible.
Horrible. He was probably the worst Oregon quarterback to come out.
I agree. Yeah, Quincy Carter was 6'2", though.
Yeah, man. I forgot he went to the Jets. See, that's why we friends, Pep.
No.
That's why we friends. We both had to deal with Quincy Carter.
Hey, he was a second round pick. He was the 53rd pick by the Dallas Cowboys. That's Jerry Jones working. He's scratching his head. That's Jerry Jones drafted. Oh, when is the draft? Is it April or May?
Yep. That'll be more.
Should be April.
No.
April. Last week of April.
About to be Aries season.
Say what?
I said it's about to be Aries season.
Yeah, my birthday on the 22nd.
Mine the 24th.
All right. This motherfucker got a quarterback school.
Huh?
Quincy Carter got a quarterback school called Q17. The Quincy Carter quarterback school.
Hey, maybe he can teach better than he can play, though. A lot of people like that, man.
I was gonna say, look
at what Greasy did for Jimmy. What Greasy did for Jimmy Garoppolo this season, and then Trey Lance and Brock Purdy. Hey, man, Greasy, he wasn't the best quarterback.
No.
What was old boy in Tampa Bay? Got fired.
Byron Leftwich.
Yeah, he wasn't that great either.
He's a great coach.
Sometimes they make better coaches than players, man.
But he's a hell of a coach.
It's like Carson Palmer brother. he coached quarterbacks.
Oh yeah.
He's much better at coaching quarterbacks than he is as playing. When he was in the
That
league.
same thing with what's his name, Cooper Manning. But I got it. But okay, here's the difference. I ain't sending my kid to no quarterback camp with a former goddamn cokehead. TJ, I'm sorry, man. Hey, forget if I'm biased, but goddamn it, no.
BA, did the cokehead make it?
Make what?
Did he make it
into the league?
He only has an academy for one reason, because he was an NFL quarterback.
I'm not sending my potential quarterback child. If I have all these other options, I'm not sending him to Quincy Carter, who used to love the goddamn white horse, white girl, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sending him there to be mentored by this dude. I'm not doing it.
But you send your son to Michael Irvin wide receiver.
Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Hey, listen, does Michael Irvin have campus?
I'm just saying, if Michael Irvin had a camp, would you send him?
If he had one, would you send your wide receiver son to learn from Michael Irvin?
No, I would not.
Don't do it, Guns.
I wouldn't. Michael Irvin
I just want to see. So what you thinking? He gonna get your kid on cocaine or something?
We might start telling stories.
If he got your
white girl,
what about Lawrence Taylor?
Who?
Lawrence Taylor.
Linebacker?
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor. If he had an academy.
You know who Lawrence Taylor is?
Would you see your child learn from Lawrence Taylor?
LT camp? No. Nope.
You saying that for your own benefit.
Hey,
if you got other options.
We had 2 hours.
Okay.
We had 2 hours. You be off.
Yeah, I know. I know, B.A. He just saying that for the sake of his argument, man.
Okay. So you got Brian Urlacher camp or Lawrence Taylor. Where you say?
All right, listen, here it is.
Or what's his name from the Ravens?
Oh, Ray. Oh, you
Ray
talking
Lewis.
about Ray Lewis?
Yeah, Ray Lewis.
I send him to Ray Lewis camp because he can teach me.
So he can learn how to kill.
So he can learn how to murder people, huh?
You know what I'm saying? He can teach me how to get out of murder charge, but he ain't on that white horse.
So I went golfing today. I played 9 holes today. I was terrible. I would send myself to Tiger Woods golf school.
Okay, but Tiger Woods ain't doing drugs.
He was on drugs when he had when he got arrested in Florida.
Was he?
Hey, episode 82 of the Six Focus Sports Podcast. And we'll see y'all Wednesday for episode 83. For everybody who tuned in, man. We appreciate y'all.
He was prescribed.
We appreciate y'all for
He
tuning
was
in.
prescribed it, BA.
You on prescription drugs?
Hey, we'll see y'all with. Hey, everybody say peace, man. We'll see y'all with. We'll talk about this off camera, man. We'll see y'all Wednesday, man. We'll holler.